wet.
Very wet, yeah. And I think more importantly, these clouds are going to be producing lightning, so we are not into that.
Welcome to Shreddy or Not. We're Greg and Renee. In between teaching middle school and sharing community with our fellow humans near and far, we're learning how to race mountain bikes. Join us for the adventure, Shreddy or Not.
Well, I never wanted nothing but this. Not about perfect, sometimes I miss. Well, I never wanted nothing but this.
All right, hi everybody, welcome back. So we are in Leadville, Colorado, home of the famous Leadville Trail 100, which is the very, very high elevation 100-mile mountain bike race. We are just finishing up a couple of rest days, got some good fly fishing in the river behind us. It was super fun, and now we're ready to hit it hard again.
Today's video is sponsored by the Lincolns. Always climb up hills, me boys. So today, to honor the Lincolns, we are going to climb a couple big hills, go around a lake, and just enjoy this spectacular scenery of Leadville, Colorado.
All right, let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
The weather window is supposed to close in on us around 2. It's 11 right now, so we're expecting kind of a 2-hour ride-ish. And we're starting to feel raindrops, and the rain isn't a huge issue so much as the lightning. So we shall see what happens today. Our starting elevation today is pretty high because we're in Leadville, so just being in Leadville is kind of training in and of itself, because you are getting those adaptations from being high in elevation. Oh man, look at that. Woo! Oh my gosh. Wow. Man, I can't beat that view though. Goodness gracious.
So pretty.
A wee bit of an adventure ride. I think just right here. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad.
All right. I think we're in the climb now. Always ride up hills, me boys. Always ride up hills.
Robert E. Lee's quote.
Yeah, we've.
Slightly different.
Yeah, the Robert E. Lee quote is a little bit different. Not confirmed by literally any historical source ever, but we think it's from Robert E. Lee.
I don't know about we.
All right. Big climb we're going up right now. Pretty tough. Right now I'm holding it right at my bottom of my threshold heart rate and tempo. But yeah, a lot harder than those normally feel like. Woo! Always right uphill, me boys. Always right up hills. Well, the storm clouds are rolling in a couple hours before they were forecast to. Which is not surprising, because just mountains, things happen a little different. And we've started getting some thunder booms, and there is lightning in the forecast. So we're going to call our ride just a touch short and start making our way back to the van, because I don't want to mess around with lightning. See if we can beat this thunderhead from nailing us. And here is pavement. Yep, some you win, and some you lose, and some you draw. And I think today it might be a draw.
Says Tennessee Creek Road ahead.
Ooh, yeah, I think this is actually what we want. Yeah, because we're actually technically back on the course that we set. Ooh, this rain's hitting a little harder. Oh, there it is. Woo! Yeah. I think we're starting to get hailed on.
We are getting hailed on.
All right, I will race you back to the van because this hail could get a lot worse. Ow! Okay, here we go.
Always ride with hail, me boy.
Yeah.
Always ride with hail.
Man, the gravel around Leadville is really good. There's Lola. Strava thinks we finished the course. We won't tell Strava. Strava doesn't need to know what it doesn't need to know. Well, we'll debrief later, but as you can see, it is
Wet!
very wet. Yeah. And I think more importantly, these clouds are going to be producing lightning, so we are not into that. Also, I'm not super into the rain either. Well, we are back in Breckenridge, and we're going to hit it pretty hard today. Yesterday's weather got a little bit crazy, so I guess the benefit of that is we have a little bit more leg for today. So, which is good because today we're doing a real hard effort, like a race pace effort for Renee at least, to aid Station 2 to where that's going to be. The reason why is because for the Firecracker, there is a time cutoff, and we just want to make sure that we're going to make that time cutoff. To do that, we're going to have to kind of push to the edge. And speaking of the edge,
yesterday I kind of accidentally found an edge that I really didn't want to find. We were going up a really steep gravel hill before we got rained out.
a lot harder than those normally feel like. Woo!
And my gearing is a lot tougher in my gravel bike than my mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I was mentally pushing myself, you can do it, you got this, don't give up. And I had an asthma attack. And so that was really disappointing. But I recovered for the most part, physically and emotionally. I was just feeling really vulnerable now. Oh no, now I'm feeling a little bit afraid. Am I going to hit that in the race? And how do I keep my body safe and not going into that mode? So Greg had a really good point last night when we were debriefing.
The thought that I had was that it is actually good to know where the edge is, where your limit actually is. In Renee's case, it's asthma. And to know how hard you can push yourself before that's going to happen.
Totally. So today I'm just really looking forward to watching that heart rate and knowing that my max is a lot lower at this high elevation, and that's what I'm learning, and so I'm going to see how hard I can push to aid Station 2 and how long it takes us to get there. Today's video continues to be sponsored by the Lincolns. Always climb up hills, me boys. And
always ride up hills, me boys.
Oops. And today's video is sponsored by the Lincolns. Always
ride up hills, me boys.
Hold on, let me try that one. And today's video continues to be sponsored by the Lincolns. Always ride up hills, me boys. And also note that one of those Lincolns has provided my playlist for today, 80s Prom. Oh yeah, rocking the 80s Prom. Lincolns, love you. Girls have just wanna have fun. Just wanna have fun.
All right, starting now. Nice, Renee. Good job. All right, 20 minutes to the dirt, and that includes the time penalty for starting later up the course. Good job, good job. All right, we are going strong. About 3.5 miles into the course, not including the time
2.5.
distance penalty. Woo! Look at that, guys. Oh man, that's so pretty up here. All right, top of the Boreas in 41 minutes.
I can do this.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, 87.
Uh-huh.
88.
Yep.
I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, recover right here. And then gun it when you're recovered. Okay. Looks like we're back online. Moving pretty good now. Kind of on this sort of rolly section. Good job, Renee. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, we got the sloppy glop. Pick your poison. I think after this is when we have the that climb, but I can't really remember. Okay. Whew. We just made it through part of the hard climb. Today's suffering is brought to you by the Lincolns. Always right up hills, me boys. Okay, we just finished out the hard climb. Straight, straight. And now we are about to start descending here pretty soon. Okay, descending time. What do you know about that? Go right down the road.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is the descent to aid station 2. When we get to that landing, I'm gonna hit the lap timer. And we're gonna call the workout done. Okay. Lap timer officially right now. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Heck yeah. Good job, Renee. Way to go. How do you feel?
Woo! Good. Excellent.
Yeah,
What other word is there?
that's awesome.
Yeah. This race is going to be all about heart rate management for me. It's like staying in my new range that I've discovered
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And just like staying at a spot where I can hold and staying at a spot where like recovering, that's what I did. And I'd say the hardest part actually was that going down Nightmare on Baldy and then the road, my lower back started getting sore.
Oh, mine did too.
And I was like, what would Natalie say right now? She'd probably say, well, too late to do anything about it, but
Yep.
keep going.
Yep, just ignore the pain and go faster.
And next year, we'll work on that.
Yep, totally. All right. Well, as you can see, the sky is closing in on us. We're gonna head down this road, hop on a couple greens and then a black climb, and then we're gonna come down Barney Ford, which is that jump line on the race course. That should be pretty fun. Whew. Tricky. Whew. Oh, God. That's a pedal strike.
All right, we're back at Opportunity Hill.
Opportunity Hill.
I get opportunity. Climb this hill. You know why I go downhill, Greg?
Why do you go downhill?
So I can climb more hills in this place. There's no other reason.
I go downhill. I go downhill so I can ride uphill, me boys. Fun trail. Oh my gosh, you guys, Eminem just came on. Woo! On a jump line, no less. Hell yeah! Woo! Yeah, yeah! Oh my gosh, it's so fun. This is so sick. Woo! I'm Slim Shady, yes I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys, I just them. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Hey Mom. Woo! Oh, so good. Woo! All right. Okay, well.
Look at the sky.
Yeah, seriously. It's, yeah. Yeah, that's a good time to end the ride. Heck yeah, that was
Highly
so
impacting
fun.
tempo.
That was so fun.
Semi-aerobic benefit.
Doing the flow jump line with Eminem is like, it's a treat for a millennial guy.
And while you were doing that, I was on that, you know those 80s songs that you just sing along like you know it all? You have no idea what the real words are? Take me home, dun dun dun. You're the one that I love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The one that I love. Oops. See, the Lincolns know good music.
They do. All right, well, how did that feel for you? Because you did you did 12 miles of that at race pace, so how'd that feel?
That was super awesome. I mean, I felt it was hard and I could push myself the whole time. Mm-hmm. And most of the time I was hovering at like 86 on the steady stuff, down more toward 83. But between 83 and 86 was like of, my new max.
Yeah. Yeah.
My old max, actually. So it was good. I feel mentally prepared and much better than yesterday. That kind of got me into a little funk in my head. And I'm like, no, this race is all about the heart rate. Just do my own race and have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you?
Well, yeah, I felt great. One of the things that I noticed was that you did a really good job, like basically staying very consistent and steady on the really long extended climbs and then recovering and then gunning it when you could. And fittingly, this ride again was sponsored by the Lincolns.
Me boys always ride up hills.
Me boys.
Don't forget that, me boys.
Don't forget that, me boys.
We'll see you soon.